Yo, what is up? This is your boy Guru back with another video, and we are back again on the front lines and on episode 2. First of all, I'd like to thank you for your support and your interest in all the frontline videos. I received a lot of feedback, a lot of people like them, and today's video is about episode 2 in the attack perspective. Now, I did 2 videos on the defense perspective. Today we are going to attack, and let's recap again once about episode 2, the first 2 videos that I made. Things have changed with the introduction of the French zoomies, the French wheel tanks, and a lot of times you're going to see them penetrate through the breach one of those lines and then make it all the way to the back and destroy the objectives very quickly in the game. Now, they usually do this in the middle line, the B lane, and they break through and then they go to the objectives, and this means the game ends up fairly early, and this means a shorter time for you to do actually any damage. Now, today we are spawned in the A line, and this is a great place for you to defend from the defenders from getting into the cap, or while your teammates are capping, you can kill those guys that are going into the base to kill the cappers. Now, I don't particularly like capping very early in the A spawn, and that's because it depends on what kind of tank you're in, of course. Also, I'm not in a tank that's particularly armored, and going into trying to cap early and get that early XP is fairly difficult in a T44 100. So what I normally like to do is try to diminish or destroy as many tanks as I possibly can and deplete their forces here in the A line before I decide yes or no to go into the cap circle in the A spawn. Now, we've managed to repel some of them from getting into the cap circle. Now, as you notice, even though I did a lot of damage, I'm only up to halfway private, and that's because you don't get a lot of XP shooting people that are not inside the cap. When they're inside the cap, I think you earn a bit more XP, especially if you're attacking. There's not really that much opportunity. Now, I'm doing as much damage as I can to this Pershing and these Scorpion that's coming up here. I actually shot the Pershing's gun there. What a meme. But anyway, we managed to snap a shot there on that Scorpion. I'm gonna rank up in about 1 or 2 shots, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, in my how to make general video episode 2, we talked a lot about the changes and how you need to make the changes in your strats and your lineups using tanks like the Caernarvon instead of Defender, EBRs and the Lynx 6x6s, and also the need for plenty of APCR shells because of the time constraint that you have when to rank up. You don't have a lot of time to rank up. And also the changes that you need to make moving sideways. Now, instead of going forward there, I decided to go sideways into the B cap. Now, one of the ways that, let me remind you, one of the ways as an attacker for you to gain a lot of XP and rank up quickly is to actually be in the cap circle, is actually to cap them out. I managed to rank up to Sergeant after killing that FL10. And what I'm actually doing is driving from the A zone to the B zone, and what I'm attempting to do right here is actually get into the cap circle and cap if I can. Now, this route is the safest route to go. You do get shot around this area, which is fairly dangerous, but if you have like a meat shield in front of you like that Centurion, he took the shots for me and I just followed in behind while they are reloading. They can't shoot me while they are reloading, so he takes the shots and I sneak in behind him and I get in behind this house. This is the safest place to be, get behind this house. If they rush you on the right, you can hull down and defend yourself. And I'm going to earn a lot of XP here because I'm going to earn 1/3 of all the capture points here. Of course, I got to share it with this FL10 EBR and the Centurion that went in with me together at the same time. So that's how we're going to rank up, by capturing. And immediately we've captured, and I've almost ranked up. I need one more shot before I rank up. As you can see, I'm Sergeant right now. We just made a huge jump from from killing that EBR and just ranking into sergeant to almost finish ranking sergeant and moving on to lieutenant. See, just one shot and I'm in lieutenant, and all that was accomplished just by sitting in that cap circle. Now once again, there are two ways to play this mode I want to explain to you guys. If you're in prestige mode right now, in prestige 1 or 2, this means you are behind with the rest of the player base, because you need to be in prestige 4 while in episode 2. You want to try and try to get into prestige 4. This means if you're not in prestige 4, if you're in prestige 1 or 2, you need to catch up. So in this game mode, you really want to rank up as high as possible, as many majors and as many generals as you can. So you want to play it this way. But if you are already in prestige 3 in episode 2 and you're working on prestige 4, this means you might not need to rank up general as often as possible. You might not need to rank up high all the time. Instead, what you can do is try to maximize your time on front lines by farming the credits. Instead of using APCR, you can afford to use AP shells because you are not chasing that prestige level. You're not trying to rank up as quickly as possible. You just want to farm as much credits as possible. If you are inclined to do that, then by all means, you don't even need to shoot APCR shells. Just use AP shells, save your credits, make a lot of credits in this mode. Make sure your clans have their clan credit boosters on, make sure you have your personal credit boosters on, and make a lot of credits in this mode and rank up slowly and get up to prestige 4 just by the end of the time that you are allotted to. What I mean is, why I'm saying this is because once you have accomplished prestige 4 in episode 2, if you had accomplished prestige 4, you no longer have a reason to play this game. Why? Because once you've accomplished prestige 4, you actually get into one of these frontline games. You actually don't earn any credit or any of the XP or any of the bonuses that is earned during this game mode, because you have already reached prestige 4. Now this is what I've been told by those guys that have been there are a lot of tryhards in this game. People who have already reached prestige 4 told me this. If you have already reached prestige 4, there is actually no reason for you to continue playing the frontline modes. So if you speed grind this game mode and get into prestige 4 and you accomplished everything you need to accomplish, and you still have a few days of front lines left to play, there's no reason left for you to play, because even if you play, you don't earn any credits, you don't earn any XP, so there's really no point for you to carry on. So what I'm saying is, if you are close to reaching your prestige goals for that episode, then you might not want to rank general all the time. Instead, just rank captain or major all the time, and use your clan credit boosters and your personal credit boosters to earn as much credit as you can. So in the next episode, which is coming up in 2-3 weeks, the episode 3, you are expected to reach only a maximum of prestige 5. So if you are already close, if you are already in prestige 4, or if you are close to prestige 4, you might not want to speed grind or rush to get into prestige 5, because there's nothing left to grind for once you've accomplished prestige 5. Now, I normally don't get into the cap circle in this kind of situations, but I didn't want to lose out on getting any cap points, so I had nothing to lose because I have 2 extra spawn tokens. As you can see on my bottom left, I have 2 extra tanks still waiting for me to spawn. I have nothing to lose. Even if I lost this tank, I would have been fine. So I might as well take a gamble and try to cap it out. We almost cap it out with just 2-3 seconds left on the clock, but we don't. They managed to reset us and kill one of those guys. That took out a lot of seconds, and right now they're going to rush in and kill all of us. So I'm probably going to lose my tank in this situation, but that's okay. I have 2 in reserve. So as I was saying, some changes to this game, because you need to hurry up and cap or hurry up and destroy. One of the things that you need to do is get into the cap circle every opportunity that you get, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. Like in this instance, they are going to defend it easily and I'm gonna get killed for taking this risk, but that's okay. You do need to pay attention to how many tanks you have in reserve, because if you die too often, too quickly, you will lose all your tokens, and then it will be not possible for you to progress. If you take a look at the map, 7.5 minutes into the game, we have broken through on the left flank. The A, B and C have been captured and they are pushing on to the objective number 1. See how fast it is, 7.5 minutes, and they are already planning to destroy objective 1 and 2. Now I'm going to spawn in C. As you can see, I have been in A, I've been in B, and now I'm in C. And I'm in the Caernarvon tier 8 heavy tank. Why am I in this tank? Because I've changed the way I play. I'm not using a defender anymore. I'm using this tank. Why? I mentioned before in my previous video, I am doing this because this tank has a 5-second reload. I can defend myself against the links or the EBRs that sneak up behind my back and shoot me in the ass. I can shoot back at them every 5 seconds instead of being in a defender and totally defenseless, you know, waiting 8-9 seconds for a reload before I can shoot back in my slow firing gun. This gun I can actually shoot people and still defend myself. So for me, this is a better choice than that defender. And why am I in the C cap? Well, this is an opportunity for me to rank up quickly. It hasn't been capped out yet, and if I pick this tank and manage to cap it out, I could actually rank up very quickly if this was successful. But it doesn't look like this is going to be successful because the EBR left the cap when I got into it, and the defender in front of me reversed and got himself killed. And it looks like I'm the only one in here, and I won't last long if these guys are going to focus their fire at me. But that's okay, I can afford it. I still have one more tank left in the garage that I can bring out if I lose this tank. So I'm going to make the most out of this. I will try to fight and stay alive for as long as I can. It looks like I'm not going to, but you don't know if you don't try, so you just gotta keep trying. This STRV was camped out at the rails and he took me out.
No soup for you.
No soup for me, but that's not gonna stop me from moving forward. I've still got one more tank left, my last tank, and it's gonna be a few minutes before I receive another token for a respawn tank. So I need to make this last tank survive quite long, and it's gonna be the Progetto 46, and I'm going back into the C cap, but it looks like my team are gonna cap it out before I can actually get into the cap, so I decided to get into the B cap instead and push forward from there. What my plan is to get into the E cap from the B, the center lane, the B line. So I'm going to fight my way into the E circle and see if I can cap it out. Now remember, I have no more tanks left in the spawn. If you look at the timer on the bottom left, I do need to survive for more than a minute in this tank before I can have another tank that will another free spawn tank that I can choose from. If I happen to die in this instance right now, I would probably have to wait something like 3-4 minutes before the next opportunity for me to respawn into the game again. And that's how it works. So make sure you don't run out of tanks to respawn in. Keep your eye on the bottom left of your screen and make sure that you have at least one tank available in the garage for you to respawn in again. So normally in this situation, I'm in my last tank, and if I die, I don't have any more tanks, I don't get into the cap circle. I really don't. But I'm doing this because I felt that it was a good opportunity to cap, and I don't want to be left out with the rest of my team. As you can see, they have moved forward. We have 4 of us in the cap, and some of us even defending forwards of the cap. So it was a gamble, but it was a calculated gamble. It was a calculated risk, and it worked out well. And because of that, I rank up to major because of the cap points that I earned from capping. And I've also managed to survive long enough for 1 respawn tank to be available to me in case I die. So right now I'm safe. If I lose this tank, I can immediately respawn in another tank. So I'm fairly safe now. I'm really happy about that. I am almost certain to rank major, to rank general in this game. I just need to do some damage. So what do I need to do to rank to general quickly right now? If you take a look at the map, everything has been capped out except for F, which is to my right. Now, instead of going forward and getting the objectives like the rest of the noobs that are going there to do, I am going right, and I am going to the F cap circle to try and fight my way into that position. On my way there, I find something else to shoot as. I might as well shoot at him. The more I shoot and the more contact that the more damage that I do, it inches up my opportunity to become general. You see my major rank there ticking up a little bit every time I do a little bit of damage. So I'm looking for those kind of opportunities on my way to cap, on my way to the F circle to cap. Oh, but I can't progress any further because if I do, I could get spotted by these guys, and these guys would just absolutely shoot me. Right now I am safe. I'm keeping myself outside their view range, but still inside my render range. So as if you look at the map, they are sitting in that little band, that little drain between my view range and my render range. They can't see me, I can see them. My teammates are spotting them for me, so I'm shooting them from a safe distance. But now I'm going to close the distance because they have fallen back into the ridge for safety. So if I get the opportunity to shoot at them, I will inch up I will try to rank up this way if I do a little bit of damage. It doesn't look like I could make it to the F cap circle in time to join them for the cap and earn any kind of experience or any kind of bonus points there. So I might as well just stay here and try to get as much damage as I can. Now if you look at the objectives above, right on top, you can see the first turret has been destroyed, and they've not destroyed anything other than the first turret, which means I still have time. I don't need to take too many risks because I'm running out of time. I still have some time, and it looks like I just need like 5 more shots before I rank up to general. I don't need to take big risks here. I don't need to throw away my HP. I can just stay in this tank until the end of the game, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm not taking any risks. You see these guys here on my right losing their tanks because they push up to they pushed up very aggressively and took damage and lost their tanks. Now maybe they're doing that because they are late in the game. They have not ranked up as quickly as I have. They are maybe just lieutenant right now, and they are under pressure to rank up and do damage, so they're taking bigger risks at the late game. Now I'm doing the opposite. I'm taking all my risks early in the game and ranking up early, so that at the end of the game, here general, here I go, easy peasy. Yeah, staying alive. So anyway, as I was saying, I don't need to take the big risks at the end of the, towards the end of the game, because I've already ranked up and I did all my hard work early on. So I don't need to lose my tank and be frustrated if I didn't rank up towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? If you lose your tank, you go into the lobby for 15 seconds, another 25 seconds before you can select your next tank and spawn into the game. That's a total of 40 seconds. During that 40 seconds, the game could have been over, and you can be frustrated because you didn't rank up from captain to major. So that's my that's what the takeaway I want you to take from this lesson is: if you do your work early, rank up early, you are under less pressure to rank up towards the end of the game. You don't need to throw yourself into the fight and risk losing your tank and the opportunity to rank up. So this is exactly what I did. I moved sideways a lot, A, B, C, and then E to F, moving a lot sideways instead of moving forward to do the damage and attack. Right now it doesn't matter to me. The only reason why I'm shooting the turret now is because I have no other target to shoot at. I don't need this game. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose in this mode. It only matters if you rank up general. I don't care if our team win, or I don't care if they lose. I still earn the same amount of XP. I still earn the same amount of credits whether the team wins or lose in this game mode. So I am not in a hurry to win. I'm probably going to lose my tank right now because I am caught in a terrible situation where I am surrounded and I have no shells to fight with. I can shoot this guy, try to stay safe for as long as I can, but it looks like I'm gonna die here. But it doesn't matter, I'm already ranked general. Now the only issue I have with this new mode, it's not a new mode, I mean the new meta in episode 2, is that you have a lot less time. This game is only 20 minutes and normally it takes about 25 minutes, right? But nowadays games are ranging from between 11 minutes to 20 minutes. You have very little time to rank up, so you need to do your work early, and the opportunity for you to earn a lot of credits is over. In this game I make about 240,000 credits, which is really not a lot compared to how you usually used to make credits in the past. You know, you were doing 250 to 500,000 credits in a game like this. You know, 11,000 damage, you normally make about 500,000 credits. But because I was using the Caernarvon, it's not a premium tank, you don't earn a lot of credits using that tank. Plus I was shooting a lot of APCR, especially in the Caernarvon, 100% APCR. In the T44-100 I shot a lot of APCR, especially if I'm shooting from distances. So I end up doing not a lot of credits for this game, but I did rank up general, and I'm pretty happy about that. So I guess the takeaway from this game is you need to find your way to play this game. Move a lot of sideways instead of moving forward. Do your work early, get into the cap circle if you're attacking, shoot into the cap if you are defending, and rank up quickly. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have taken some tips and learned something useful. And anyway, thanks for your support, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.